Hello everyone. Before we get started today's episode, I have a question.
Okay.
Who's interested in feet pics? Because we need to make some money.
Oh my god. Feet pics.
Feet pics. That, or I can do a side gig giving people tattoos with my $20 Amazon tattoo gun. So
that's a horrible idea. Welcome back to the Ghosty Girls podcast. I'm Christina.
It's a great idea, and I'm Alicia. Our feet are cute.
No, the tattoo thing.
Oh, you think that's a bad idea?
Yes, because something could happen and they could get an infection or something, and then you could be held liable.
No.
I'm just saying, from a legal standpoint.
They will be signing waivers and shit. Stop shitting on my dreams.
I'm down with the feet pic thing, but I cannot get down with the tattoo thing. I just can't.
Plus, you're gonna be down with the feet pics.
Yeah, what happens if you fuck up somebody's body? You would feel really bad.
Yeah, but I wouldn't fuck up. I'm that confident in myself.
But even really good tattoo artists who have like years of experience under their belt, like have bad days. You know what? You do that. You do that.
You're going to be my test person.
Fuck no, I'm not. You know what though? I am due for another tattoo, I think. I always get the itch to get a new tattoo in the fall.
You do, actually, because that's when we recorded last year, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, it was snowing. Remember that?
It snowed.
It snowed last year when we did that episode.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like random snow in October or something?
That was fun though. We should do that again.
Yeah, for sure. It was fun. But speaking of fall, I'm ready to decorate for Halloween. Is that wrong?
No, I'm honestly shocked that you haven't already decorated.
So Daddy T and I have been out, like, if you guys don't know this about me yet.
She's a petty bitch.
Well, that too.
Just kidding.
But also, one of my favorite things to do is to get a Starbucks and to go Halloween hunting. Go to like Marshall's, Home Goods, TJ Max. Just do all the things that a typical Caucasian woman enjoys.
It's the fall basic bitch.
Yes, I am a basic bitch in the fall. I'm not even going to lie. But you know what, though? I have a little rant that I'm going to do.
Ruh-roh.
I don't know if any of our listeners have noticed this, but Halloween merch has exploded and it's gone mainstream. And there will be like viral products that people are going fucking nuts for.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yes, and they will buy them and then they will resell a $20 product for $150 on eBay.
Girl, I've been dealing with this shit with Pokemon cards for the last 4 years.
It's fucked up. But stupid. Halloween stuff never used to be like that until like maybe 2 years ago. Halloween wasn't mainstream.
Right. You know who I blame?
Who?
Ray Dunn.
Oh, God, yeah.
Everybody was going over that basic font shit on stupid-ass mugs. They loved it.
Yeah.
It was so simple and so basic, but like they would buy that shit and then resell it. And then they were like, oh my God, what else can I find and resell? And now people are actually going into Marshall's and TJ Maxx with carts and a cell phone.
Yes.
And they're videoing saying, hey chat, does anybody want this? Hey chat. That's insanity.
And you know what? Shame on Marshall's and TJ Maxx and Home Goods for allowing that shit.
There's a problem.
That it's not okay. Like, because there's people that legitimately want these products and then they go into, like, for example, it's the witch that I sent you a picture of.
Yeah,
I've been
she's cute.
looking for it for weeks. I can't find it anywhere. Of course, it's viral. People are buying it that don't even want it. They're literally posting that online. Like, oh, look what I found. Gonna resell it. And they're posting it for like $150 to $200.
How much does it cost? Like 20?
Around $20. And people are paying it because they want it.
She's cute. She's not that cute.
No, not $150. Are you kidding?
No.
And there's always a product that I want for Halloween, and it always goes viral, and I can never find it. And I always want it before it goes viral.
It's true, because you sent me that witch before it was like...
Yes.
Yeah, so she sent me a picture of this little witch thing. It's super cute.
It's a shelf sitter. It's called a shelf sitter. It's a really cute little witch. She sits on your shelf. It almost looks like vintage retro kind of. And it's I love it. Yep. It's adorable.
I have been going to my local TJ Maxx and Home Goods trying to find that for you. And I have a friend who worked at the Marshalls. She actually sent it to all of her coworkers.
Oh my gosh.
For me.
Thank you for
Thank
that.
you, Gately.
Yes, thank you. If you find it, like, I will give you a finder's fee. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, feet pics. Just kidding.
Daddy T has been going to TJ Maxx, Home Goods, and Marshalls like almost every day looking for this thing.
Oh,
He's like on a mission.
What a good
to
man.
find this. I'm not confident I'll get it this year, but
and then he's gonna resell it. I'm just kidding.
he fucking knows better. He knows.
He would never.
He would never. No. The product that I wanted last year that ended up going viral after I saw it. I saw a picture of it online.
Dicks.
Yeah. It's this really cute little candle holder, and it's shaped like a stack of VHS tapes, and they're like horror themed VHS tapes, and the candle smells like buttered popcorn. Mm-hmm. And of course, I didn't know what it smelled like, but I ended up this year, I bid on it on eBay and I won. I got it for a reasonable price, but I did wait because they're not making it anymore.
Right.
Like, and I figure once I burn the candle out, I can, my dad makes candles. He can just fill it back up for me. So it's something I can reuse,
Do you know the amount of beeswax that I have? I could always donate some to your dad to make. Does he use beeswax or does he use like soy?
I am not sure.
Find out.
To be honest. Yeah.
I have bricks of beeswax. I mean, we use it for new frames and stuff, but we have bricks upon bricks.
Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
However, if you find Pokemon cards, just send them my way.
And if you find this fucking witch, like y'all can Google it and see 2026 viral Halloween witch Home Goods. Like just Google something like that and you'll see this fucking witch that I can't find that I wanted before it went viral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Y'all need to find something to do with your time. Leave my Halloween alone is all I'm saying. It's mine. I loved Halloween before it was cool to love Halloween. I loved it so much that people at school thought I was fucking weird.
Same. And my birthday parties were Halloween themed in November.
I would have loved that.
Like we would have my birthday party in October and my dad would go out and buy a pumpkin. Like there would be 10 people invited. And he would buy a pumpkin for everybody and we would have a pumpkin carving contest and they got to take the pumpkin home. And then we'd have apple ball, all the traditional Halloween stuff.
I wish we were friends when we were kids because we would have been the weirdos together.
I'm still the weirdo. See, we're meant to find. P.S. Mm-hmm. I didn't tell you this yet because I forgot, but I met 2 people at the bar last Sunday. I think it was Sunday or Monday. Sunday. They are our people. They reminded me of you and me. But the girls were Melissa and Megan. Megan goes by Meg, and she had shark earrings on. And I was like, oh my God, Megalodon. Right? And she's like, oh my God, that's my nickname. And I was like, as it should be. So we shared a love of sharks. And then Melissa actually lives in town in a house from the 1800s. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds awesome. They have bats in their attic. We were talking about the bats and she's like, yeah, I love them. And, we don't hurt anything and this and that. They're our people. Mm-hmm. And I told them that you and I were paranormal investigators. And she was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And I was like, well, we can come investigate your house. She goes, oh my God, anytime. So I have her number.
Okay.
So Melissa, watch out. We're going to be calling you. And I also gave her business cards and stickers.
Well, I think we have sufficiently bantered enough.
Have we?
This is an odd one. It's not about murder per se.
Then I love it.
There's a lot of factors. There's mental health. There's lawsuits. And also the issue of people not being able to accept certain things and facts about their loved ones.
Oh, okay.
Even though the circumstances may be difficult. Mm-hmm. But there are people that even with evidence presented in front of them, they still choose to believe what they want to believe.
100%.
So, with that being said, today we are going to talk about the 2009 Taconic State Parkway crash. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, well, you're going to learn today.
I'm going to learn today.
And you know what's weird about this is I got the idea. There's a documentary about this case. I think it was made in 2011. And I saw it a long time ago. And it always stuck with me. And for whatever reason, I was thinking of podcast episodes to do. And I have a lot of ideas. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do one on that documentary that I saw. I started working on it, I want to say like the end of July, maybe the last week of
Yeah, I
July.
feel like you asked me if I've heard of that
Yeah.
before. And I didn't look at it or anything
Yeah.
because, time and life.
Well, when I started doing it, I realized that this happened on July 26th. That was right around the time that I got this idea in my head to do this. Is that not
See?
weird?
It was meant to be.
Yeah. So, anyway, just a little fun fact about this episode. On July 26th, 2009, one of the most horrific car accidents in Westchester County, New York occurred. But just as horrific as the accident was, the circumstances around the accident are heavily debated, not only by the families of the victims, but by members of the woman who was found to be at fault. And that was 36-year-old Diane Schuler. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to start backwards and start with the event. Usually I lay the groundwork and build into it. We're just going to get right into it.
Okay.
So first I want to lay out the direct facts of July 26th, 2009. Diane Schuler and her husband Daniel were visiting the Hunter Lake campground located in the Catskills in New York. And if you're not familiar with that area, think like Dirty Dancing, and that's the vibe of the Catskills.
Beautiful.
Yeah, not like
there.
crotch grinding on people vibes, but like peaceful, serene lake vibes. It's very, very pretty.
It is pretty.
Also with Diane and Daniel was their son Brian, who was 5 years old, their daughter Erin, who was 2, and Diane's 3 nieces, Emma, age 8, Allison, age 7, and Katie, age 5. 9:30 a.m. Diane packs all of the children in the car, which was a red 2003 Ford Windstar, so essentially a minivan, which was owned by Diane's brother, Warren Hance, who is also the father of the 3 little girls that were in the car.
Got it.
So yeah, she's in the car with her 2 children and her 3 nieces, who are her brother's daughters.
Got it.
Okay. They get into the van and they start, going back home.
From the camping trip.
From the camping trip.
Got it.
Diane's husband, Daniel, drove separately. So he is not in the car. For whatever reason, they brought 2 cars. I don't know if maybe he couldn't fit. Maybe they couldn't fit all their stuff, whatever.
Yeah. Typically, when you have that many kids and you're
That's a lot
doing
of
a
kids.
camping trip, you have tents.
That's a lot of kids, yeah. Well, I think I get into this, but in case I don't, I believe that they had a camper at the campground.
Okay.
Like this was their year-round.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. At 10 a.m., so 30 minutes after they left the campground, Diane pulls into a McDonald's to get the kids breakfast. At approximately 10:33 a.m., after finishing breakfast at McDonald's, Diane pulls up to a Sunoco gas station and asks the clerk for Tylenol or any kind of pain relief medication. And Sunoco doesn't have it. Cashier.
What?
Yeah, it's very weird. I don't know. Maybe they ran out. I don't know. Because usually they have the little packets of Tylenol or whatever.
The little travel ones.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they didn't have any. So Diane leaves the Sunoco. She gets back in the car and she continues the drive home to Long Island, New York via Route 17 and I-87. 11:37 a.m. So this is about an hour after leaving the Sunoco. Diane's brother Warren receives a phone call from Diane stating that they had hit heavy traffic and she was going to be late getting the girls home. Everything sounded fine, totally normal. They were just hitting traffic, pretty standard for that area.
Yeah.
If you're in the East Coast, you know. And it's around this time that 911 started receiving some phone calls from concerned drivers stating that there was a woman in a red minivan that was driving very erratically. She's very aggressively tailgating people. She's swerving in between lanes. She's like weaving in and out, cutting people off. She's honking her horn at people, passing people in the shoulder. And people were freaked out, understandably so. She was driving so erratically that it's not like 1 or 2 people called in. A bunch of people called in to report this.
Okay.
So this was serious. Witnesses also stated that they saw a woman pulled over on the side of the road on her hands and knees as if she were vomiting. And apparently this was at least twice, once on the side of the road and once at a rest stop. 12:58 p.m., so a little over an hour after Diane had called her brother Warren to give him an update, Jackie, Warren's wife, and she's the mother of the girls, she receives a phone call from her daughter Emma. She's the 8-year-old. And Emma she's hysterical. But through her tears, she's able to tell her mother, quote, something is wrong with Aunt Diane.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Diane then gets on the phone and tells Jackie that the girls are just joking around. Everything's fine. But Jackie, she notices that something seems off with Diane. She didn't seem like she was all there. She seemed to be slurring her words.
Oh, no.
She seemed like she was out of it.
Ugh.
Yep. Jackie tells Warren, and of course, they're both extremely worried for the safety of their daughters. Like, I can't even imagine getting a call from my daughter who's hysterically crying in a car saying that something is wrong with the person driving.
Yeah, that's...
Like, just thinking about that makes me want to throw up, because the complete lack of control that you have in that situation,
yeah,
it gives me the chills. Because you can't control it. Oh, my God. That part fucks me up.
This is why I'm a helicopter mom.
But honestly, like, wouldn't you think that your kids would be safe with their aunt and uncle?
100%.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, all of my son's aunts and uncles are wonderful.
Well, if you think about it, put trust aside. Anybody can have a medical emergency while they're driving.
Look at Devin Williams. We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
See?
it happens, you know? So Warren calls his sister to find out what's going on. Diane answers, and she tells her brother that she isn't feeling well and she's having trouble seeing.
Oh.
Yeah, he also notices that Diane seems completely incoherent, so he asks to talk to Emma, and he actually does something really smart. He asks Emma to look around and see if there were any signs that would let him know where they were at and like any roads that they were on so he could come find them.
Smart.
That's really smart.
That is very smart.
He then tells Diane to pull over immediately and he will be there to assist them. Diane stops at a pull-off area at a toll plaza on I-87, but instead of staying there and waiting for help, she peels off in the van, leaving her cell phone on a concrete barrier. And this is around 1 p.m.
Damn.
Warren continues to call Diane's cell phone, but of course there's no answer because she left her cell phone on the side of the road. So he gets into his car to go find them, and he also contacts 911 for assistance. So, I mean, he does everything right. He did a great job in this.
The sheer panic, though. I can't imagine.
I just got the chills. Anytime I think about it, I get the chills. I can't even fucking imagine. So that brings us up to 1:33 p.m. And now 911 starts receiving calls from motorists stating that they saw a red minivan exit onto Pleasantville Road, make a right turn, and go down the northbound exit ramp of the Taconic State Parkway, completely ignoring the very clear do not enter and wrong way signs.
Shit.
So at this point, even more calls are coming into 911 stating that there is a car driving the wrong way down the Taconic State Parkway at a very high rate of speed. And some were estimating it to be around 85 miles per hour.
Damn.
So you have Diane with this car full of children now driving the wrong way into oncoming traffic at almost 90 miles per hour.
Down a parkway.
So this is an interstate.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just sit with that for a minute because that's fucking terrifying for everyone.
I don't want to sit with that for a minute. Thank you.
Other motorists told authorities that they got a good look at the woman who was driving the minivan. They all stated that she was driving with both hands stiffly on the wheel and she was staring forward with a completely blank look on her face like she was trying to concentrate. Huh. So it seemed like she wasn't even aware of her surroundings. She wasn't looking to the side. People were like honking at her, trying to yell at her to stop.
And she wasn't even acknowledging.
No, she was staring straight ahead.
That's terrifying.
So Diane continues speeding the wrong way down the parkway for almost 2 miles. And then at 1:35 p.m., she ultimately collides with a 2004 Chevrolet Trailblazer head on.
Oh, no.
At 85 miles an hour.
Oh.
The force of the impact caused Diane to spin out of control and slide down an embankment. Witnesses pulled over to the side and rushed down the embankment and reported smoke coming from the minivan. these Good Samaritans still ran straight to the van to try to assist the occupants. Aaron, Emma, Allison, and Diane were all pronounced dead at the scene. Diane was thrown from the car, apparently. I don't know if she was wearing a seatbelt. As I stated earlier, there is a documentary on HBO Max called There's Something Wrong with Aunt Diane. They show very graphic photos of the accident and also Diane's dead body.
Oh, no.
It has stayed with me forever.
Ugh.
It's not a pretty sight.
Well, I can't imagine going 85 miles an hour running into something, which means you completely stop and going
also
through a windshield.
Think of how fast the other car was going too. So you have both of them.
Ugh.
The impact was insane.
What about the other driver? Do we know?
Oh, we know.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
5-year-old Katie was found alive, but with very serious life-threatening injuries. But unfortunately, she died later that day after being transported to a local hospital.
Ugh.
To put that into perspective, all 3 of Diane's nieces died. Her brother and sister-in-law, that was all of their kids. They only had 3. Yeah. They lost all of their children that day.
I can't.
3 of their children.
Nope.
Diane's son, 5-year-old Brian, he somehow, by the grace of God or whomever you believe in, survived the crash, although he sustained massive injuries, including multiple broken bones and a head injury that would lead to years of rehabilitation. And he apparently has lifelong issues because of this. I mean, understandably so, you know.
He was 5 at the time,
5.
right? God.
The occupants of the Trailblazer, father and son Michael Bastardi, age 81, and Guy Bastardi, age 49, along with their family friend Dan Longo, age 74, were killed instantly. Another car, a 2002 Chevrolet Tracker, was struck by the Trailblazer after the Trailblazer was hit by Diane's minivan. Yeah. But those 2 occupants, they only sustained minor injuries and they survived.
I mean, thank God, somebody.
Yep. The northbound Taconic State Parkway was closed for hours while they did forensic reconstruction of the accident. And here's what they found. The minivan operated by Diane was traveling at 85 miles an hour when it struck the Trailblazer. It was a direct frontal alignment impact.
Wow.
There was no evidence that Diane Schuler tried to apply the brakes at any point before the impact. There were no skid marks on the road, nothing. And probably the most interesting finding to me anyway was a broken, almost 2-liter bottle of Absolute vodka wedged underneath the driver's seat. So this brings us to the main question in this case. What the fuck was going on with Diane Schuler that day? In an attempt to figure this out, an autopsy was performed on Diane's body. And this is all online, and I'll link the report in the show notes. This is an autopsy report, okay? It's not like someone made this up.
Yeah, it's by a medical...
correct. The autopsy ultimately revealed that Diane had a blood alcohol content of 0.19%. And just to put that into perspective, the legal limit in New York at that time was 0.08. So that's more than twice the legal limit.
That's still the legal limit, right? Or is it 7 now? 0.07.
I'm not sure. I put that in because they
who knows?
Laws can fluctuate, but at the time it was 0.08. It probably still is.
Can you tell me what she was at again? I'm sorry. I was trying to do that.
0.19.
Damn.
So that's more than twice.
Over double. Yeah. Shit.
There was also 6 milliliters of vodka found in her stomach that was undigested. And 6 milliliters is the equivalent of about 1.2 teaspoons, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's what was undigested.
Well, yeah, and if her blood alcohol level was that high, holy shit.
Diane was also found to have high levels of alcohol in her blood, brain, bladder, and eyes, because if you drink alcohol, it distributes itself throughout your whole body. In addition to the alcohol found in her system, Diane was also found to have a THC level of 13 nanograms per milliliter, which, according to experts, indicated that Diane had smoked marijuana as recently as 15 minutes before the accident.
What?
Yep. Her official cause of death was determined to be blunt force injuries to the body, which included multiple skeletal fractures and lacerations and contusions to the internal organs. Now, you would think that this would just be an open and shut case, right? Driver was drunk and high, end of story.
Period.
However, Diane's husband is adamant that Diane was not an alcoholic and that she absolutely would never put her children and nieces in danger by drinking and getting high behind the wheel. He even went as far as having a press conference with his attorney in his wife's defense. Yeah. So he stated that Diane never drank to excess. She didn't drink at all that day before the accident, and that the vodka bottle was a quote-unquote old bottle of vodka that they just kept in their camper.
Totally normal.
Yeah, how that bottle got under the driver's seat of the minivan, that's anyone's guess, but it obviously was not in the camper. Why it would have been taken out of the camper when it has always been in the camper? Weird. Yeah. Witnesses also confirmed that Diane didn't seem to be out of it that morning. The owner of the campground saw them leave. Apparently, they had a conversation, and he stated that Diane was completely coherent and sober. Witnesses at McDonald's stated that they remembered her and that she seemed fine. She wasn't slurring, she didn't seem drunk, nothing. Even the gas station attendant at Sunoco stated that they quote-unquote knew for a fact that Diane appeared to be sober. There's even surveillance footage of Diane in the gas station, and she looks completely normal. And I watched the surveillance footage myself, and there's nothing that would indicate that she was like sloppy drunk, stumbling around. Like it's just normal.
That was my next question, to ask what the gas station attendant kind of thought.
No, he thinks that she was sober. And that would have been around 10:30, which was, according to my sources, about an hour before motorists began calling 911 to report an aggressive driver in a minivan. Okay. So what happened in between that time frame, which would have been just an hour? Diane's husband insists that Diane was a loving and doting mother and wife, and that the only explanation for what happened would have been a medical emergency, such as a heart attack or a stroke. But that doesn't explain the high levels of alcohol and marijuana, right?
Where did she get the marijuana?
Well, we'll get into that. So Diane's husband changed his tune a little bit and eventually stated that Diane was suffering from 2 medical issues that were causing her pain at the time. A lump in her leg, which may have been an embolism, and also an abscess in her tooth that she had been dealing with for over a month. Still doesn't explain the toxicology report, though.
No.
Some people have theorized that Diane may have been in pain that day, hence her going to a gas station for Tylenol. And since they didn't have any, she took a couple of shots of vodka, smoked a little bit of a joint to mask the pain, and maybe she got a little too carried away. But again, the husband completely dismissed the toxicology results, and he was insistent that there was some kind of a mistake or a conspiracy. Also want to note, in the autopsy report, there's nothing about a lump in her leg or an abscess in her mouth. So I don't know. So Diane's husband being so public about this, it really angered the families of the 3 victims who were in the Trailblazer. In a statement from Margaret Nicotina, who is a family member of the Bastardis, she stated, quote, "I just wish that he would admit that she was a drunk," end quote.
Oh, wow.
And the anger didn't end there, because with the anger came the lawsuits. In July of 2011, 2 years after the crash, Jackie Hance, who was the mother of Diane's 3 nieces, who all died, filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Diane and Daniel's estate. That one I totally understand, and I would have done the same thing, honestly.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Somebody needs to be held accountable for that.
Right.
The next lawsuit, and this one was pretty shocking to me, was a lawsuit filed by Daniel Schuler, Diane's husband, against the state of New York for, quote, unsafe road signage and design.
What?
And he also filed a lawsuit against his brother-in-law, Warren, who is the father of the girls and the owner of the minivan that Diane was driving. So he was trying to say that something happened with the van.
Because a medical examiner didn't say, hey, here's her blood alcohol level.
Yeah, I mean, that's all well and great, but we still have the issue that she was legally high and legally drunk. Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, this lawsuit was super fucked up, in my opinion. Like, I don't get it. Roseanne Guzzo, who was the daughter of Guy Bastardi and sister of Michael Bastardi, who were both killed in the accident, told CBS News, quote, "I don't understand what it is about this man. He's gotta accept this. By suing the state of New York, it's not going to change the facts," end quote. And she's right.
She's 100% right. I mean, all around it sucks, and you always want someone to blame. You also have to look at evidence, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that would be the logical thing to do. Yeah.
I mean, you know.
It also came out that Daniel hired a private investigator, Thomas Ruskin, who is also a former NYPD detective. And the two apparently had a major falling out because Ruskin, after completing his own private investigation of the case, concluded that Diane was, in fact, at fault. And Daniel just could not accept that. And he insisted on filing the lawsuit against the state of New York and his brother-in-law, even though Thomas Ruskin was like, this is not a good idea. You should not do that.
His poor brother-in-law.
No, seriously, though. That is so fucked. That's so fucked.
And they lost 3 kids. Ugh,
and then you're going to file a lawsuit against him?
Nope.
Moral of the story, be careful who you loan your car to. Thank you and goodbye. So, a theory that's out there floating around that I wanted to include in this episode is the possibility that Diane did this intentionally to end her own life. I mean, we all know that some people, when they commit suicide, they also take out their family members, other people as well. I mean, this, look at how many, it just happened in Delaware not too long ago. It was a medical practitioner, and her husband killed her and then himself.
Breaks my heart.
So this shit happens, unfortunately. Some people theorize that Diane could have been under an immense amount of pressure to be the perfect wife and mother. She could have been having marital problems. She could have had secret substance abuse issues. Family members and friends do say that she was dealing with unresolved trauma from losing her mother at a young age. Apparently, her mother died when she was like around 8 or 9.
Oh, wow.
And she was expected to like take over the motherly duties when she was like in 3rd grade. So she had to take care of like all of her siblings and also her dad. That's a lot of pressure for a child.
100%.
Then after that, she gets married to a man, and I read this in some of my sources, that he wasn't really good at taking care of family issues. Like, she was kind of like a mother to him. So she was taking care of the children. She was taking care of him. That's unfortunately very common in marriages. It happens a lot.
Oh, does it? No way.
And people close to the couple said that apparently Daniel didn't even want to have children. So when they did have children, it was all on Diane. Like, he was like,
yeah,
you know.
I mean, that's something you got to be in together, you know?
Yeah. I'm not saying that's my personal opinion, but it's a theory that's floating around out there that she may have committed suicide, so I just wanted to include it. Whether or not you think that Diane was negligent by being intoxicated or that this is all some type of conspiracy, it doesn't change the fact that this was an absolutely horrific and senseless tragedy that resulted in the deaths of 7 completely innocent people. Jackie and Warren Hance, the mother and father of Diane's nieces, established the Hance Family Foundation in honor of their 3 daughters that they lost. And the Hance Family Foundation is a program that focuses on promoting positive self-esteem in young girls. I'm going to link the website in the show notes in case anybody wants to donate, because that's just a great way to honor their lives. I love that.
Yeah. Aw.
Yeah.
I put some money in there. I don't have a lot, but I could do a little.
Yeah. I love when something positive comes out of an awful story.
Yeah.
Jackie has also released a memoir titled I'll See You Again, which chronicles the grief that she endured after losing her 3 daughters. As to her thoughts on Diane, Jackie is quoted as saying, "People always ask how I feel about Diane. You can't imagine how complex that question is. How does a person go from being like a sister to me, adored by my girls and cherished by my husband, to being the one who ruined our lives?"
Yeah.
2 years after the tragic accident, Jackie and Warren decided to undergo IVF, and the couple gave birth to a baby girl in September of 2011.
Aww.
Yeah, and Jackie stated in an interview with the Today Show that the baby, quote, brought us back to life, end quote.
Aww.
And I love that for them.
I hope that that baby has all 3 of their daughters' spirits in it, you know?
I know.
Bless their hearts.
It's such a sad story, and it makes it even more sad that people can't accept what is.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is that I think Diane had some substance abuse issues. Her friends and family did say that when the children would go to bed at night that she would partake in marijuana. A lot of people do. There's no problem with that, okay?
Yep.
The only problem I would have with that is if both parents are like high as shit, because you have to have at least one responsible parent in the house in case something happens to the children. That's my thing. But if one wants to smoke a little bit, take a gummy or what, I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah. As long as you're not belligerent, bothering your children, doing weird shit, like
being loud, passing
exactly.
out.
If you're doing it to, just relax, go to sleep, I don't see a problem in that.
Yeah.
But I have to wonder, her husband says that, she never got drunk or anything like that. Like, but apparently their work schedules were like very different. So he may not have known what was going on when he wasn't there.
Alcoholics can hide it very well.
And there are a lot of functional alcoholics. There are people out there that still have their jobs, that are doing very well.
Yep.
And they seem like they're holding it together on the outside, but on the inside, they're dealing with substance abuse.
Yeah.
It's very, very common.
I had a friend whose father was a extreme alcoholic to the point where he would say that he quit, but he would like hide bottles of vodka, or he would pour vodka into Sprite bottles and have
like
them next
tumblers
to his...
and stuff. Yeah, I've heard of
Yeah.
people like hiding bottles in places in the house where you can't find them.
Yeah, like sealing vents and things like that's insane.
People get real fucking crafty when it comes to hiding substance abuse issues.
I mean,
They really do. I mean, it's...
yeah,
She very well could have been a functioning alcoholic and
no one knew.
no one knew. Yeah. Or maybe her husband did know that she had a problem, but he was in denial. I don't know.
Well,
I don't
to
know.
me, it sounds like if she took care of him and was almost like that motherly figure to him too, he's trying to protect her name over his child's almost. She also took the life of one of your kids, and it caused detrimental consequences to the other one. And I understand forgiveness. I do. I get that. But at the same time, the evidence is there. Like, why are you trying to clear her name?
I feel like in order to truly forgive, you need to accept.
Yes. Exactly.
He has to accept what is. I really don't think that there's this crazy conspiracy against this one woman who lived in New York, who, it's not like she was a government official or anything. Like, come on.
Hear me out. Unless
No.
aliens.
No. Nope.
All right, I'll do a hard pass on the aliens on this one. Yeah, it's fair.
But yeah, I mean, if you or anyone that you know of is struggling with substance abuse, please seek help. Seriously. Like, your life is not fucking worth it. It's
No.
not.
And it might seem fun.
It's never fun.
If you're telling yourself you don't have a problem, you probably have a problem.
Yeah, and I have to wonder, like, was her pulling off on the side of the road, was that like to drink and smoke weed, or did she do that in the car with the kids? Like, how... I'm trying to like wrap my brain around the logistics of this.
Did they ever find the weed?
I don't believe so. But your question of where would she get the weed from, she was known to smoke weed. So this,
Oh, okay.
I mean, it wouldn't have been uncommon for her to have had it on her.
She had a little dog walker or something on her. But that's, oh God, if she pulled over
And it's not like a tumbler or a cup or anything was found in her car that had vodka in it. Like, it was a straight up bottle. So, like, was she...
And it was a handle. It was a big one, you said, right?
Like a 2-liter one.
Yeah.
Of Absolute.
1.75. That's a
Yeah.
handle. That's insane.
Yeah. So was she drinking that in the car while she was driving? Or did she pull over and I don't understand.
See, I feel like the 8-year-old Emma had brain enough to call her dad.
Yes.
And I feel like if she would have seen her Aunt Diane drinking out of a bottle of vodka, I hope she would have said, Dad, Aunt Diane's drinking out of this huge bottle. You know what I mean? Like,
She might have been scared, though.
she could have been scared, but
Because I have an 8-year-old daughter. She knows about alcohol. I have told her
Yeah.
about the dangers of it. She knows what a bottle of alcohol looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, just because you see them at restaurants, you see, I don't drink in front of her, but she knows what a bottle of alcohol or wine looks like.
yeah.
And I don't know, maybe she knew in her mind, like, this is an adult who has power over me. Like, maybe she
Yeah.
didn't want to get her aunt in trouble and, like, tattle on her and say, oh, she's drinking. Like,
Yeah.
I could see my daughter maybe doing something like that. Like,
Yeah.
because she doesn't want to get anybody in trouble ever. Like, you
Yeah.
know her. She's
I
very,
know.
like,
Sweet little angel.
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe she just called to say something was wrong with her, but I don't know.
I mean, she probably pulled over to, quote, get something out of the trunk, took it with her, or grabbed it out of the trunk, pounded a bunch, and then brought it up front with her.
Yeah. And just hid it under
don't know.
the seat. It's so fucking weird.
And then, like, see, I look at my son now, and, like, I'm a bartender. He knows how to mix drinks.
Well, he's seen you do it.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, not with alcohol and stuff. But,
Right, yeah.
he also knows the dangers of alcohol, and he knows that I was almost killed by a drunk driver when I was 7.
Yeah.
So he knows that drinking and driving is a absolute zero. Like, you do not do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being drunk isn't good. You know, like, we've had those
It's a
conversations.
literal poison.
Right. It's a toxic.
Yes. It's poisoning your body.
Right. Toxins. And everybody's like, oh, clean living. And then they pound 4 Michelob Ultras or
No,
like,
but seriously.
or like 2 drinks that are,
I can't even tell you how many people I've known. I don't know anybody that's like this now, but in the past who were like eating well and they were like going to the gym and working out and really taking care of themselves, and they were a fucking alcoholic.
train wreck. Yeah.
I'm not going to say any names, but you know, I hope this person is doing well. But Alicia and I, Alicia and I know we used to be friends with someone who was like that, and you would not know that this person was an alcoholic unless you were over at their house at night.
Yeah.
That's the only way that you would ever know. This person never smelled like alcohol, never acted crazy. This person had a very high-paying job, a nice house,
Beautiful
an
house.
expensive house. You would have never known that this person had a problem. But let me tell you, they did.
The red flag started to wave, girl.
And I tried to help this person all I could, and I got to the point where I just couldn't have it in my life anymore, and I had to cut it out. And I hate that, but...
You know what's crazy to me? You tried to help longer than I did.
I really tried.
I know.
It was
'cause
over a year.
they were such a good person, like such a good person, and had the
Yes.
potential to be such a good friend.
Yes.
Like, you really want to help. And
Yes. When this person was not drinking, oh, I'm telling you, they were the best person. Fun, funny, kind, caring,
Absolutely.
but they had their demons.
Yeah.
And you can't, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink.
Nope.
No pun intended. That's a really bad analogy, but
I just got that.
you know.
You
But
can-
again, if you or anybody else is struggling with substance abuse,
Yeah.
please get help. It's not worth you or anyone else's life.
Well, no, and you can only help so much. They want to have to help themselves at the same time.
That's true. It's true. And you also, I blamed myself a lot, like when I walked away from that friendship, but
That was something that was happening well before we met that person.
correct. Yeah. And also I was to the point in my life where, I was trying to have a child, and
That was a
it wasn't
No, it was affecting your mental health.
This person would call me in the middle of the night to
Yeah.
pick them up on the side of the road because they were too drunk to drive. And I just I couldn't do it anymore.
Which in a way I respect, because
Yeah.
I always tell my friends, if you need me, call me.
But it was, I
It
mean,
was
it would be
too
like on a
much.
Tuesday night when I had to work really early in the
Yeah.
morning, and it was multiple times. Or this person would call me up, and sometimes they would be so drunk that they would be belligerent and they would be saying nasty things to me. And no one deserves that.
So I never got the phone calls where this person was being nasty or anything, but I feel like I'm a little proud of myself because I feel like I saw it early.
You did,
And I
you
warned you.
me. Mm-hmm.
I did. I tried to warn you because I was like, something's not right. And I'm not good with that intuition stuff, but like when
I
it goes
am.
off, it goes off. And
I'm-
like you're really good at it.
I am.
And that's why I was like, I didn't trust my own intuition there for a while. I tried to also be a part of that. It just was not.
I liked this person so much and thought that they were such a good person that I didn't want to see what was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
think about that, and then I can see where Diane's husband, where his brain was at.
Yeah.
You
100%.
want to think the best of the people that you love and care about,
100%.
but you also have to accept what is.
Yep.
And
Thank God you accepted that too, because that person would have drugged everybody down.
they already were. I
Yeah.
mean, that person lost a lot of friends.
I
and
know.
it's very sad, and I really, really hope that they're doing well. I really do.
Same.
But anywho, on that
Mwah.
note,
Sending love out. you
yeah,
know?
take care of yourselves. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Oh, we're cutting it off just like that. Don't be one, bitches. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.